Good evening with your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. The Belize National Teachers Union is holding a national rally as part of their Stand Up for Belize campaign in Belize City tomorrow to demonstrate the implementation of the SI that was placed on the SARSTOON. The announcement of the decision to replace the annual Teachers' Day celebration with the rally was made after the executive members of the BNTU met at a meeting on Saturday and decided that teachers needed to show their patriotism at the face of this national issue. Today, during an unveiling ceremony at the Carmelita Government School, which we will tell you about later on in the newscast, we asked Minister of Education Patrick FABER to give us his input on tomorrow's rally. After all, teachers too respond to him. Here is what FABER told us.
I believe that the teachers have the right to make that decision. It is that we celebrate Teachers' Day in various different ways in different years. This year it is to be celebrated at the branch level, which means that the branches of the BNTU get to select. I'm not going to get into the union's business as to how they conduct themselves. By right, each branch should have come up with their own, but they have come up with this demonstration, as I understand it, as a joint decision. And I will never stand in the way of teachers or any Belizeans, for that matter, demonstrating their patriotism.
But although Minister FABER understands BNTU's decision as how he puts it, he admitted that he does not agree with their demonstration against its statutory instrument that impedes Belizeans from visiting the SARSTOON since he agreed on its implementation.
I was a part of the cabinet decision to put in place the statutory instrument that they are protesting against. And of course, I absolutely don't agree with the protest against that particular statutory instrument, although I respect their right as patriotic Belizeans, if that is their view, to go out there and to do that. And I must say that I want to use the opportunity as well to wish all our teachers well. You know, there are times when we don't see eye to eye, and this may well be one of those issues because, of course, I support the statutory instrument. But that does not mean that we view the teachers any less. In fact, we view them as the pillars of our education system. And so I take this opportunity to wish all of them, all probably 5,000 to 6,000 teachers that are in this country, those as well that are retired and have given many, many years to the education sector in this country. I take this opportunity to wish them a happy Teachers' Day.
But what about facing repercussions? After all, the teachers will be demonstrating against the law placed by the ruling government. Well, according to FABER, teachers can rest assured that they will not feel his wrath.
As far as I know, there has been no plan, and I would know, no, to penalize any teacher for not attending the scheduled activities that were planned by the branches. Again, this is a decision that I'm understanding that the branches agreed with in terms of their national union, and so that is something that is left up to them. And even if there is some breaching of the agreement, as far as I know, there is no intention, and I can tell you certainly on my part, there is no intention to penalize teachers in that regard.
Now, if you thought that Minister FABER's position on the rally was a little passated, it could be due to the upcoming convention where he is seeking the position of first deputy leader of the UDP. While we cannot be certain, what we can tell you is that today we received a portion of a document that is allegedly directed at teachers. The subject of the document is public officers and the media, Belize, Guatemala situation. It cites Section 54 of the Public Service Regulations of 2014, which speak to circumstances under which public officers can give interviews to the media. In particular, subsection 3 says that, quote, a public officer, whether on duty or on leave, shall not allow himself to be interviewed on matters affecting the defense or military resources of Belize, end quote. Section 4 speaks to getting prior clearance from the head of department to grant interviews regarding public policy, while Section 5 speaks to responses that could be viewed as criticism of government. The document states, quote, "Let us be reminded that this is a national security matter which our Ministry of National Security and Ministry of Foreign Affairs will duly address," end quote. Information learned is that the letter came from the Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of Education, directed to the Director of the Department of Youth Services, the Director of the National Sports Council, the Director of the BELIZE Archives and Record Services, and to the President of NICH, which are all departments within the Ministry of Education, Youth, Sports, and Culture. But according to Minister FABER, the document is a fabricated one and does not come from the Ministry of Education, Youth and Services. He told our colleagues at 7 News that he has checked with the Chief and CEO of the ministry and they are unaware of the document. When asked if there is any restrictions as to what the teachers can say tomorrow, FABER responded by stating, and we quote, "Absolutely not. We have never and would never gag teachers of all people." Orange Walk police are tonight looking for a man who scammed a 71-year-old woman from the village of San Esteban out of $11,000. The elderly woman visited the Orange Walk police station and reported that back in the month of November 2015, she hired Cecilia Mesh, a resident of Progreso Village, Corozal, to assist her in obtaining 2 land titles for parcels of land located in Progreso. The woman is alleging that between the 12th of November 2016 and the 18th of January 2016, she made a total of 8 payments to Mesh, calculating to a total of $11,000, and since the last payment was made, she has not seen or heard from Mesh. Police are currently investigating the report. During one of their routine patrols and checkpoints conducted on the Philip Golson Highway yesterday at about 4:45 in the morning, members of the Orange Walk Police Formation stopped and searched a passenger bus traveling from Orange Walk Town to Belize City, which resulted in the detection of a school bag, pink and black in color, containing a total of 888 grams of marijuana. However, the cannabis was labeled as found property due to the fact that no one claimed the bag. Coming up next, farmers go back to school, a farmer's field school that is. And Patrick Faber tells John Saldivar to move over because he will be the next right hand of the Prime Minister. Stay tuned.
Want to promote your business and increase your revenues? Advertise with Centaur on any of our 4 outlets. Ctv3 News, Despierta Belize, Fiesta FM Radio, and the Information Channel. Our rates are unbeatable. For more information, contact our sales representatives at 670-9177, 664-9438, 663-5585. 670-1275 or contact our office at 302-2216.
It's the start of 2016 and Smart is helping you to step your game up. Trade in your working Digiphone that is struggling with data connection or your smartphone and upgrade to a brand new 4G LTE cell phone for the lowest prices we have ever offered. Come in and see if you qualify for a free 4G phone with your trade-in. Step your game up with a Pantech Marauder, Pantech Perception, LG Transpire, or Samsung S4 with free credit, free data, and free SIM card. Get connected to the fastest mobile network in Belize, Smart's Zoom Plus 4G LTE. That's right, the real 4G is here. So start the new year right and step your game up with a brand new 4G LTE device by trading in or upgrading today. Cause smart, that love.
Smart, bringing people together.
Yesterday marked the unveiling of the fourth group of student farmers to participate in the Farmer Field School program hosted by the Sugar Industry Research and Development Institute, SIRDI. The FFS program targets farmers and exposes them through hands-on field sessions to best practices in sugarcane cultivation. This year, though, the program captured the interest of the international company Hershey's, which is financing the program and is currently purchasing sugar from Belize to produce their chocolates. Kiriani Anderson and cameraman Jesus Melgar were present at the inauguration yesterday and filed the following report.
San Jose Village in the Orange Walk District was the venue yesterday for the inauguration of the Farmer Field School program, a joint venture of the Sugar Industry Research and Development Institute, SIRDI, and the Hershey Company. The program targets farmers and is aimed at providing them with the necessary tools to carry out best practices in sugarcane cultivation, thus bringing a number of benefits to all stakeholders of the sugar industry. While currently, Hershey's is purchasing sugar from Belize to produce their variety of chocolate products, they have agreed to fully fund the entire program for 2 consecutive terms, starting this year and ending in 2018. SIRDI, however, is the executing agency of the program itself and will be educating local farmers about the best practice methods to apply when planting the cane.
The training program encompasses best practices in the entire value chain of sugarcane production. It has to do with site selection, land preparation, variety, soil analysis, for nutrition, weed management, pests, all the husbandry practices. But what is most critical, that through the training program, we train and educate the farmers on the importance of doing the practices at the best time. It's not about when I afford to do it. It's about when the plant needs it. So the timely intervention of your activities, be it weed control, be it fertilization, you must or you need to learn when is the best time to do the activity. And that's one of the changes that's coming about through the Farmer Field School.
In order to ensure that there is an improvement in yields and cane quality, the director of SIRDI, Marcos Osorio, underlined that the company is doing their best to ensure that the farmers are properly guided so as to produce pure stands of cane varieties.
In terms of the genetic material, the planting material, it's not just we go in and take out any cane to plant. We are working hard towards cleaning the varieties to have pure stands of varieties, because what you find today in most of the cane plantations is that you would find 2-3 varieties mixed up in one plot. We want that when you say, okay, this is a B79 variety, the whole parcel is B79, that you don't have other varieties mixed within. So your land preparation also, when you're destroying an old field, all the stools must be eliminated, or else you have them growing back, and then that will mix within your pure stand of variety. So we are working hard on that part. That will bring about improvement in yields, improvement in cane quality.
Hershey's involvement in the project has now opened a gateway for many other opportunities, as other international companies are willing to work in partnership with SIRDI for future projects.
I must say I'm very proud to say that The training program we have today, CERDI have today, is well recognized. That is bringing about more interest from international agencies of wanting to participate with CERDI, wanting to put their funds so that they say, okay, it's CERDI and Hershey, or CERDI, I must say, European Union, significant funds for the last 3 years into Farmer Field School training program. Now we have Hershey, and I must say, we have other agencies that have started discussions with us to continue to come in and participate in the training program through funding. So I must say, the future looks very good for our sugar industry, for our farmers. All we need is our farmers to remain interested, to remain open to change, and we will have a very, very good future in our sugar industry.
Reporting for CTV3 News, Kirani Anderson.
According to a release from CERDI, the Farmer Field School program is extremely effective at building capacity because it allows the institute to disaggregate the large group of farmers and effectively disseminate eco-friendly systems to the farming community. With the special convention to choose the first deputy leader of the United Democratic Party right around the corner, today at the unveiling ceremony at the Carmelita Government School, we took the opportunity to get an update on Patrick FABER's campaign, one of the aspiring candidates. According to the Colette area representative, he has a sure win at this upcoming convention.
Well, my campaign is going very well. I expect to win quite handsomely, in fact. It does bring about some friction in terms of my colleagues who are not supporting me, but it isn't anything that anybody needs to be alarmed about. I believe that this kind of minor friction is inevitable when it is that the democratic process is in full gear. And so whatever happens between now and May 29th, I am confident that we can keep it all together, keep it in our family, in fact, so that after May 29th, there will be no breaking up of the UDP, so to speak. I continue to say to people that Minister John Saldivar and I are very good friends. We are both fighters for our party, and there is no way, no how that after these conventions are held, or this convention is held on May 29th, that we will cease being friends, nor will we see the breaking up of the UDP, as some on the other side may be wishing for or hoping for. I believe that my campaign has been able to garner pledged votes now that will far exceed the 290 odd or so delegates. I believe it's about 295 delegates that is needed to win. We have pledges that far exceed that, and so I'm expecting a comfortable win on May 29.
As mentioned previously, the convention to choose the first deputy leader of the United Democratic Party is scheduled for May 29th. FABER will go up against Minister of National Security John Saldivar. It goes without saying that a proper environment is imperative to good learning, especially for young children. And part of achieving this is ensuring that children have proper and well-equipped school buildings. Today, there is very good news to tell as children from the Carmelita Government School are now attending classes in a brand new building. Norma Ruiz reports.
The project to complete this new building that includes 3 new classes has been ongoing for the past 3 years as part of a grant issued by the Japanese government under the Grant Assistance for Grassroots Human Security Project. Today, the official unveiling ceremony took place at the school where His Excellency Masanori Nakano, Ambassador of Japan to Belize, handed over the new buildings to the teacher and students of Carmelita Government School.
Like many of you present here today, I'm proud to see this new building. I do believe that this is a very significant improvement in the teaching and learning environment here at your school for over 120 students and staff who will work comfortably in a safe, secure institution of learning. During times of natural disasters such as hurricanes and floods, this facility will also function as emergency evacuation shelter. As you witnessed today, the government of Japan places priority on education from the perspective of human security in the conduct of our assistance to BELIZE. We are committed to the cause of assisting our partner countries such as BELIZE in strengthening its self-help efforts, especially through education. We do so by placing emphasis on the concept of human security when implementing our official development assistance projects.
According to principal of the school, Keith Augustine, the addition of 3 classrooms will greatly alleviate an ongoing issue of overpopulation that the school is currently facing.
Previously, we were occupying a Lifeline building, which was catering for the infant division. It was a little bit too small, and with this building now we have relocated our infant division, which is the infant 1 and infant 2, and as you can go in and see now we have sufficient space for the different corners and things that teacher needs to put in the classroom. This project opened up 3 more spaces so that we can occupy, and presently we have still 2 more in the community center, and as you can see there's currently more works going on, and I thank the government of Japan for coming to our aid in assisting us with classroom space.
The grant of over $103,000 was possible through the collaboration of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports, and as expected will improve the education standards and enhance the learning environment for the children of Carmelita.
Today we're here to celebrate the donation of the Japanese government for these 3 classrooms, and of course that warms my heart. In my remarks this morning, I of course thank the government and people of Japan, and I said to them that we appreciate these kinds of gifts that of course keep on giving, because these classrooms will be used not only for this generation of students, but it will continue, and this is the infant school that is occupying this new infrastructure. As I mentioned, we'll have the preschool, so you will see that the students here, if nothing else, will get a strong start, and for us in education that is very important. So I'm very, very happy about this donation.
According to the Minister of Education, Honorable Patrick FABER, this development is just the start of a long list of infrastructural projects that are scheduled to take place here in the North through his ministry.
I'm pleased to announce that in fact, as a part of the government's plan to construct 35 new schools that we announced just before the elections, if you remember, and it was passed through the House. We got a $70 million loan from the Caribbean Development Bank. In those 35 schools, we had plans for 8 new high schools, and one of those high schools is for this Carmelita Tower Hill area. So people can look forward for that project to be on stream very soon. And when we say that we are going to build this school, monies have been secured for the building, but also equipment and infrastructure, so they can expect that the new high school here in Carmelita, Tower Hill, is going to be really a state-of-the-art infrastructural project.
This project was one of 3 infrastructural developments that are scheduled to take place at the Carmelita Government School. Reporting for Ctv3 News, Norma Ruiz.
Other projects for the school include the construction of a new preschool building through the Social Investment Fund, and also the construction of a 6-classroom building that is currently in its 2nd phase of construction. When we come back, teachers take the stage for the annual Festival of Arts. Stay tuned.
Exhausting, come and go flossy. Me and my friend them chilling, we grilling, we drinking. Whole master over everything. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Chug that, chug that, chug that. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Chug that, chug that, chug that. Ask me what we drinking. Whole master, what you thinking? Pour some, season the chicken. The vodka, the gold, or the extra mature. Relax me, yes, we drink and live. Me I tell you straight, we don't drink and drive. No, drinking responsibly. Whole master, for you and for me. So what? Pop that, pop that, pop that. Chug that, chug that, chug that. Pop that, pop that, pop that. Chug that, chug that, chug that.
We rely so much on the internet.
Shouldn't it be effortless? With Smart 4G LTE, experience an uncomplicated, smooth, accessible network of speed and reliability. Changing the face of mobile internet in Belize. Smart's 4G LTE has low-cost packages to suit your personalized internet needs, starting at only $35. And also offers specialized social media packages for as little as $15 for an entire gig. Dial Star Data to purchase a package. Visit your nearest Smart showroom or visit us online for more information.
On Monday night, the students from a number of primary schools here in Orange Walk Town took the stage at the football field of the Louisiana Government School, where they performed for the annual Festival of Arts event. However, last night it was the teachers' turn to shine and to take up the stage in order to showcase their many skills and talents at the Teachers' Festival of Arts, which was held at the Crystal Palace Auditorium by the District Education Council in celebration of Education Month.
Ya de pastillas, si supieras, papi, tienes estreñimiento por un mes.
Last night, the Crystal Palace Auditorium was filled with the bright and cheerful smiles of educators from both primary and secondary institutions as they made their way on stage to perform in front of a large audience for this year's second Teachers Festival of Arts event.
I am excited and in awe of what the teachers are able to do, and it just confirms the idea that this is the reason why our children are able to perform so well, you know, even at the national level, because the teachers have a lot of talent, you know, and so this is what they are teaching their students. When we have the children presenting, you know, it's always the teachers in the background, you know, doing the signs and telling the children, you know, to keep them on cue, what they're supposed to do next and who is supposed to go on stage and so on. They always seem to be behind the scenes. So now they finally have the opportunity to actually showcase what they are capable of doing. Last year, because it was the first year, we had a very good turnout. We were at the gala launch and it was packed to capacity. And I think because of that, you know, some teachers decided, you know, well, this year we are going to prepare for this Festival of Arts. So I'm sure you have seen the amazing performances, and I know that the adjudicators will have a hard time deciding which are the entries that will actually go to Belize City to represent us at the national level.
And while the presentations were categorized in 3 areas, including singing, dancing, and dramatization, the educators were also judged by a panel of trained adjudicators who, at the end of the event, would decide which items will move on to represent the district at the national level.
We have adjudicators who are judging them in 3 different categories, and the winners will go to Belize City to participate at the national level. Last year we sent, I believe it was 3 entries we sent and we won 2. Guinea-Grass Pentecostal came in 3rd and San Francisco RC came in 1st place for dance. They will all be recognized because they're all winners. They're all bold enough to participate. They're all we're here to have fun and to enjoy the talent that they have to showcase. So by our books, they're all winners.
At the event, the District Education Council took the opportunity to acknowledge and pay tribute to 6 teachers who have done a tremendous and outstanding job throughout their teaching career.
There's a subcommittee within the District Education Council that went through the screening process of the nominees that we sent at the national level. And as you know, there were 6 nominees that we sent and 3 of them won at the national level. So the work that we do in trying to get these teachers to ensure that we send, quality teachers. I mean, they're all quality teachers, but we ensure that we send teachers who are well-rounded, meaning that they are not just a part of the school community, but they are part of their own community, that they help out in their community, that they are there for their parents, for the students, for everybody.
After the final deliberation of the adjudicators, it was announced that a total of 3 items performed by teachers of La Immaculada Roman Catholic School, Guinea-Grass Pentecostal, and St. Peter's Anglican School will be representing the Orinjuak District at the National Teachers Festival of Arts. Reporting for Ctv3 News, Kirani Anderson.
The national competition is scheduled to kick off sometime in the month of June. In Corozal, when you hear about bodybuilding, the first person you think about is REVOKED, who won the title of Mr. Belize at the Revolution Cup bodybuilding competition at the annual Yucatan Festival in Xmatquil, Merida on November 24, 2013. Valles owns the Spartan Gym in Corozal where he trains and coaches bodybuilders, one of them being 22-year-old Rigo Menjivar, who took first place in Chatamal, Quintana Roo, while competing for the junior category of Senior Power Gym.
First of all, in the world of bodybuilding or in the world of fitness, there is nothing that we call easy, or else everybody would be doing it, right? But it takes a guy who has a motivation, who is willing to work hard and willing to put in the extra work that will try live in the world of fitness. It's a lot of discipline, of course. You have to be self-motivated. You have to be willing to work hard. You have to diet. You have to train hard. You have to live bodybuilding 24/7 in and out of the gym if you want to be successful. So it's not an easy journey. But again, somebody has to do it. And I'm so glad that Mr. Menjivar stepped up to the plate and did it, and he did it very well.
Menjivar, who has only been training for 9 months and considering himself a beginner in the bodybuilding, has won 2 titles. His first achievement was in 2015 when he won 3rd place in the men's physique at the Corozal Civic Center, and now this first place in Senior Power Gym.
Very nice experience as me as a beginner. By the first time in bodybuilding, I think I did a great job and I moved on with the right spot. I did the right step. I won the first place in my junior category, representing our own gym, Spartan Fitness. I have been doing this along with my coach, REVOKED, only for 9 months up to now. The last year in 2015 August, I won my first prize, which was at the Spartan Fitness classes here at Corozal Town at Civic Center. I became 3rd in men's physique.
Menjivar is definitely following his coach's footsteps, and it shows not only in his commitment and his passion of bodybuilding, but also in the similarities when it comes to advice given.
Now, what motivated you to start doing bodybuilding?
Well, I actually like my exercising, and I like to motivate other people, especially youths, to get into a healthy life. No?
Is there any advice you would like to give the youths of today, the youths that will be watching?
Well, just to engage them to exercise and work out harder, to push and to move forward in life, not only in other things that do not benefit to them, but to their bodies and their lifestyle.
If you would give advices to youths, what would it be?
To believe, have faith, believe and have faith, believe in yourself, believe in hard work, believe in success, to continue working hard. Hard work brings positive results, and if he does or anybody does out here, they will surely be successful. They can achieve their dreams and goals, and it starts with one step forward.
VIOS invites all those persons who are interested in living a healthy lifestyle through exercising, especially youths, to become a part of the Spartan family. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Friday, May 13th here on Ctv3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read the text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belize news. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.